Staying with the Supreme Court, former Aam Aadmi Party functionary Vijay Nair has been granted bail after being imprisoned for over 20 months. He was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the alleged Delhi liquor scam. The apex court told the agency that the right to liberty is sacrosanct. Also cited the bail granted to Manish Sisodiya, saying the right to liberty has to be respected. The agency had levelled charges against Nair, alleging that he had received 100 crore rupees as a kickback. Further, the court highlighted that the Enforcement Directorate had stated that the trial will conclude within 6 to 8 months, but it's far from over as it is yet to commence. To take this forward, we're now joined by Sanjay Hegde, Senior Advocate. Mr. Hegde, thank you for joining us. Give us a significance of the Supreme Court's order granting bail to Vijay Nair, who was, according to the prosecution, one of the key accused in the excise policy case.
Well, the significance is simply this, that you cannot keep people indefinitely inside jail and not conduct the trial. If the trial had any possibility of being concluded in a reasonable time, then maybe bail may not have been granted. Now, Vijay Nair was a key functionary, according to the prosecution, insofar as the series of events and transactions is concerned. As you yourself said, that the allegation was that he handled the 100 crores which is supposedly to have come in. But despite the Additional Solicitor General's objections, the Supreme Court simply said, look, everybody else has got bail. There is no reason to keep this man continued in jail, and has consequently granted bail. I think that now only Mr. Kejriwal's bail remains, and that's before a different bench of the Supreme Court. We shall see whenever it comes. I do not anticipate that his freedom will be long delayed.
Right. Also give us a sense. Now, we've seen the Supreme Court granting bail to Manish Sisodiya, followed by K. Kavita, also Bibhav Kumar, who was working with Arvind Kejriwal as one of his key aides. Now, Vijay Nair has also been given bail. All of the bail orders are on very similar grounds, that you cannot keep people in jail indefinitely. How do you think this also impacts the trial process?
See, that the Supreme Court is not saying don't hold the trial. And the trial judge can certainly take whatever steps he or she needs to see that the trial is not impeded in any way by the defense. It is for the prosecution to lead evidence in a trial and prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. So far, the prosecution does not appear to be showing any sense of urgency in even commencing the trial.
Right. And this is, of course, a point that could be taken up by the defense counsel as well. Now, coming to the bail application filed by Arvind Kejriwal, do you think over there the prosecution may make a strong case against his bail? Of course, they would want him to continue remaining in jail. But is there any possibility of the court treating his case any differently from those where the bail has already been granted in the Delhi excise policy matter?
See, these are the bails that have happened today and earlier of Kavita and all are under the PMLA Act, where there are the twin conditions which make a grant of bail not very easy. Arvind Kejriwal has already got bail under the PMLA Act. What remains is the case which has gone under the Prevention of Corruption Act, and there is no such impediment as under the PMLA. So I do assume that as and when the matter is effectively heard, I do not think it would be very difficult for Mr. Kejriwal's lawyers to get him bail, because even there, he's spent now, nearly 3 months or so in prison, and there is no chance of that trial also commencing.
Right. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on the program. Let's see what happens in the Delhi excise policy case in the days to come. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Center. More news and updates continue right here.